Hello everybody, welcome to official YouTube channel of SM Education Services. We are back with very important video on DNB counseling process. In this particular video, we will talk about the seat matrix got released yesterday for round 2, and we will talk about each and every branches, how many seats got increased and what are the chances for particular candidates and how it's going to impact positive way, negative way, and what can be the positive shift and how much it would be. Okay, we will talk about this is the first time there is concept of sponsor seats. So we'll talk about who are eligible and how the counseling process is going to happen and what are the different scenario. Okay, we will talk about some 50% of the seats for government hospitals and district hospitals are given for in-service candidate to state quota, and those seats won't be available for all the students who are participating in DNB. So it's given for state quota for in-service candidates. So it's good for in-service candidates. They can get preference over and benefits over other candidates because they have provided services. Considering that point, 50% of government and district hospital seats are given of the newly added seats to government quota, and those will be available for in-service candidates for UP and West Bengal. Okay, so these are the things we are going to talk about. So let's get started. I have a sheet prepared for you. So as you can see, we have branch wise. So let's analyze for which branch how many seats we had in first round and how many seats we have in round 2. We can see the differences and how many seats got added particularly for particular branch in round 2, the newly added seats. So we can see for general medicine in round 1 we had 489 seats. In round 2 we have more seats, 498 seats and 91 seats. That's huge number of increment of newly in terms of newly added seats that were not there in round 1. In anesthesia, we have this time 363 seats. In round 1, we have our 400 seats and 61 seats out of 363 seats got added newly. For pediatrics, we have 298 seats. Out of that, 45 seats got added in round 2. General surgery. So if I say how many seats are available in round 2, it is the newly added seats plus the number of seats that got rejected from round 1 and it carried forward to round 2. There are just 696 students who frozen the seat and they paid 1,25,000 as tuition fee for first year for those seats. Remaining seat which were get allocated, candidate rejected it because there was no option for upgradation. So they just want to go it freshly, considering the thing in mind that in round 2 new seats will get added, and as per expectation it happened. Actually they have added 452 seats for all the candidates in round 2, but the number is around 600 to 650, and the remaining seats are transferred for in-service candidates for UP and West Bengal state. Okay, so those are going to do counseling and in-service candidates are going to get benefit. Right, we will have a sponsorship concept and how you are going to do counseling for it. We will talk about it. Coming back to our analysis over the branch wise, general surgery seats we have 335 and 68 seats got added newly in round 2. For gynec we have increment compared to round 1. In round 1 we had 268, now we have 274 seats and 66 seats got added newly in round 2. Or for orthopedic surgery we have less number of seats compared to round 1, but still we have 185 and out of that 21 got seat added. For ophthalmology, so I have put here in the decreasing order the most number of seats is available for general medicine, then anesthesia, pediatrics. So and you come for ophthalmology, we have 175 seats, out of that 19 seats got added newly. Radio diagnosis, still we have 150 plus seats available, out of that 11 seats got added newly. So I'm just going to scroll down through the screen so that you can pause the video and can get the number, because I will just read out for the higher clinical subjects like respiratory medicine. We have 48 seats, around about 50 seats, and out of that 2 seats got added newly. You have around 50 seats for radiotherapy, pathology, and for ENT 55 seats are there. So you can see in round 1 we had 55, in round 2 also 55. How come it's possible? It's possible because in round 1 55 seats were there and few candidates got the seat frozen, and remaining seats plus 13 seats. Now it's coming 55. Okay, so these are the seats. You can pause the video and can see the number. For almost all the subjects we have added the available seats in round 2. Okay. So now we will see how it's going to impact. So let's start again. What had happened in round 1? In round 1, 699 candidates frozen the seat, and the remaining candidate rejected it, considering there is no upgradation option. So if they had taken it, they are not eligible for round 2. So candidate who have taken the seat, or the candidate who have frozen the seat but couldn't pay the amount, are no longer eligible for round 2. The candidate who got a seat through All India, and they have they don't want to go for round 2 DNB, as per the rules they can go ahead for round 2 DNB. I had discussed in detail about this topic. The reporting timeline is 22nd for All India. Okay, and by 22nd, as per the schedule, DNB round 2 result should come, and the choice filling is going to start from 15th, right, for DNB. So you can definitely take part in DNB round 2 counseling even if you have got seat allocated through All India or deemed colleges. So you can compare between these two. You can watch my previous video to get deeper details about how you can compare and how is your eligibility. So in round 2 we are expecting that for top branches where the number of seats are high, like general medicine, anesthesiology, pediatrics, general surgery, obstetrics, orthopedics, ophthalmology, and for these branches the shift would be very good. However, since the candidate who got seat through All India, they can also participate, so the shift won't be as good as it could have been if the candidate who got seat through All India, if they couldn't participate, then the shift was much higher. But still you can expect a positive shift of around 2.5 thousand to 4,000 among these branches. The shift for dermatology, where we have just 7 seats, and all other subjects like where the number of seats is less, it would be around like 2,000, and for non-clinical subject also the shift would be quite high. Now coming to the category, so this time we have actually in round 1 for general category there was 2,904 seats were available. In round 2 for general category the number of seat is 2,577. However, this number of seat is much higher than 2019 round 2 for general category. So still you have 2,500 plus seats available for general category. And if you talk about SC category, seats available for round 2 is 51, for ST category 21. So in SC and ST category you can see very good cutoff as we had seen in 2019 also, and round 1 2020. So have so many seats available. Okay, so after round 2, in round 3 also some candidate who had got seat in All India, they get seat in DNB also, like good rankers. So they need to go for one, and mostly they will go for MSMD seats. A very few will go for DNB, having a seat booked already through MSMD. So you can see positive sheet, another positive shift of like by same margin as you see in round 2. You can see in round 3 also, since the number of candidates will keep on reducing. In round 2 the number of candidates will reduce, since there is no new registration going to happen. In round 3 also the number of candidates will reduce because there is no new registration. So there was one time registration. Those who couldn't do registration, they are not qualified, they can't participate in any round. even for mop-up round 3 or round 2 for DNB. So we have very good news for DNB counseling. Number of candidates will keep on reducing in round 2 and round 3. The seats got added up, okay, especially for candidates who are in service, and in service as a private in service, they have a good chance in UP and West Bengal. Now coming to sponsor seats. So what are sponsor seats? This is the concept that got implemented first time in the history of DNB. So the colleges, the hospitals where for particular subject the number of seat is at least 3. So those hospitals are eligible to apply for sponsor seats. So out of those hospitals which applied for first sponsor seats, they have given approval, and total number of sponsor seats as of now is 158 totally, and most of them are government seats only, government hospitals, but there are few corporate hospitals as well. And if you compare as per the quality of education and passing ratio and number of beds, so most of the institute that has sponsor seats are good actually. So based on that, they had got approval, and since they had already good number of seats available for particular branch, 3 plus, that's why they got sponsor seats. So the candidate who are eligible, now we'll talk about who are the eligible candidates for sponsor seats. The candidate who are working in government sectors like PSU or other government sectors like railways and all. So those candidates are eligible. They need to have at least 2 years of experience in their government sector, and their job should be permanent, right? On top of that, they need to take NOC. When you go to the official website of NB, you can download the notification, and in the notification there are 2 links available. One is for the list of all the sponsored seats. It will have the branch name, college name, and number of seats, okay. And the second link has 2 forms. One form is for undertaking, another form is for NOC. So you can sign, you can fill up the NOC form, and you need to get it signed from your higher head of department, and based on that, and that NOC you need to upload to NV site by 30th of June. I mean to say this month. So if you upload, you are eligible for sponsors seats counseling, and it will be happening offline mode as mentioned currently. So it will be happening on 27th of July at the Dwarka NV head office. So on 27th only the mop-up process is going to start, 27 to 30. So on the same day the counseling process will start, and it will happen on particular day itself for sponsored seats. So those candidates who are trying, who are in service and eligible for sponsor seats, they need to upload the NOC to the site given, and they can also try for through normal DNB counseling. So if they happen to get a seat through round 2, round 3, and they take a seat, then they are not eligible for, once they take a seat and they have chosen the seat and they paid the amount, they are not eligible for sponsor seats. But in case you got the seat and you are not satisfied, okay, and you reject it, still you are eligible for sponsor seats. That will be happening on 27th of July. So there are 2 options available for in-service candidates who are looking for sponsor seats. They can try for normal DNB counseling. If they get, it's good for them. So you try to go for good subjects only which you are interested into, right? Because you have other option also. You have a sponsor seats also. 158 is good number, and if you have good rank, then definitely you can hit it and you can get a good branch and in a good hospital through sponsor seat counseling. So good thing for in-service candidates. For UP and West Bengal government, there are 50% of total newly added seats are transferred. 50% of total newly added seats for district and government hospitals are transferred for the in-service candidates, and those only can get allotment to those 50% seats. So for in-service candidates, the counseling board or the government, you can say NB, has given so much preference, and they should have been given already, because they are serving our country and they should have rewarded for it. So they have been rewarded. Okay, so in round 2 you will have a very good positive shift. The time will tell you, it's not very far. The counseling is going to start on 15th. So you need any kind of help regarding counseling. You want to understand how you should approach, which are the colleges, because 450 plus new seats are added. So you need to have information about those newly added seats also, in what particular order, and which you should put up, which option you should put below which college, which hospital, which institute, and how you need to decide the choice filling order. So if you have any kind of confusion, so you can talk to us, the number given in the description. Our counselor will be able to help you. We do provide paid service also. In that, we provide all the information about all the hospitals, and particularly branch wise, number of beds there, number of beds, and how good is the hospital academic wise, how good it is, and where you should put in the choice filling order, so that you get the best possible result through counseling process. See, everything is going to happen through counseling process also only. There is nothing like seat is booked for someone and the candidate can go ahead and select the seat without any of like a choice filling or something like that. Nothing happens like that. Everything is going to happen through counseling process. So we can guide you through counseling process. We can tell you about details about particular hospital and how good it is for particular branch, and which one you should opt and how you should proceed. Okay, so you can call us to the number given. We will able to help you out. And if you have any questions regarding sponsor seats, if you are in service candidate, then what are the benefits you have, you want to understand more, and you want to understand how it's going to impact the number of seat increase. So on any question related to DNB, you can call us to the number given. We will be able to help you. So if we get any further notification about DNB, all India and state counseling is also going on. For Karnataka states, they have just choice filling remaining, registration and everything is done. For Haryana, Punjab, and some other states like West Bengal, so Telangana, these states are Pondicherry, these states are in through their second round. Okay, so second round process also started. We will also talk about cut-off revision. I had talked about this topic in the last video. Cut-off revision is going to happen soon. It will happen by this month only. After round 2 result is announced, and few state counseling is also going to be over by that time, and DNB counseling will be in progress by that time. So they can announce the cut-off revision between 25 of this month, by end of this month. So between this, like 1.5 week, you can expect cut-off revision. So this is pretty much everything I had and wanted to cover in this video. If you need any kind of help, you can call us to the number given. And if you like the video, you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell button so that you can get notification about further videos. And we would try to provide you the best analysis and best details. So thanks for watching. Goodbye.